Chassidic gems on Parshas Vayechi. Rashi speaks about Yaakov Avinu's dying, and he calls it niftar. Shekivan sheniftar Yaakov Avinu, etc., etc. Rashi goes further into it. But the question is, what kind of a word is niftar? If a person passes away, Rashi should have said meis, kivan shemeis Yaakov Avinu. Since Yaakov Avinu died, why is niftar in the place of meis, of dead? That's the simple. The Chassidic Terelach tell us, even though niftar means simply that Yaakov Avinu could, once he died, he was niftar. He became pater from doing all the mitzvahs. He wasn't alive anymore. He couldn't do the mitzvahs. He was exempted. The Chassidic Terelach are learning niftar means he with his death, he became exempted from fighting with the Yetzer Hara. Even though the simple as he became potter, exempt from doing the mitzvahs, but they say he became potter from fighting with the Yetzer Hara. That means that all his life he was fighting with the Yetzer Hara. Now he was nifta, he became potter, he didn't have to fight anymore. The simple is, you don't have to do any mitzvahs anymore. What could you do? You're not living. But according to the Chassidic Terelach, he became exempt from fighting with his Yetzer Hara. No more Yetzer Hara. That means it's a praise. When you call somebody who was nifta, it's a praise telling him that until now he was fighting his Yetzer Hara. And now he became potter from fighting with his Yetzer Hara. It seems to be a praise. Nifta, using the word nifta, seems to be a praise that until now he was chayev and he was fighting the Yetzer Hara. And that's our job, to fight with the Yetzer Hara all our lives. Okay, continuing further with Chassidic Terelach. So it says that Menashe and Ephraim were put by Yosef HaTzadik on the sides of Yaakov Avinu. Menashe was to the right of Yaakov Avinu because he was the Bechor, and Ephraim was to the left, and because he was the younger child. But what happens? It says in the Torah that's the simple. The Chassidic Terelach are telling us that what really happened was Sikel es Yodov. Yaakov Avinu crossed his hands because Menashe was on the right of Yaakov Avinu and Ephraim was on the left of Yaakov Avinu. And Yaakov Avinu crossed his hands to put his right hand on Ephraim and his left hand on Menashe, because Ephraim was to be the recipient of the main brachas. And the Chassidic Terelach are telling us like this. Question, a Chassidic question. Why did he have to cross his hands? Why didn't Yaakov just say, listen, Menashe, excuse me, you go to my left, Ephraim, you go to my right? Why does he have to go start crossing his hands? You want to give the main brachas to Ephraim? Say Ephraim, change places with Menashe. So Horav HaKodesh Rebbe Elimelech Miluzensk says, Yaakov didn't want to embarrass Menashe by saying, Menashe, you go to the left. So what did he do? He crossed his hands where Menashe could stay on the right side, and Ephraim, who was on the left side, would get the real brachas from the right hand, because it would be less embarrassment. And the question is, but it's still embarrassment when Yaakov Avinu puts his right hand on Ephraim. It's still embarrassing Menashe that Menashe is only getting the left hand. It's less embarrassment. The Chassidic Terlach are working with Musa here. We got to embarrass, if it has to be some embarrassment, it should be less embarrassment. Okay, we have to be careful not to embarrass people. Continuing with Chassidic Terlach, so Yosef Chassdic was saying, Lo Yechein Avi, no, my father. Menashe is the Bechor. Menashe should be getting the main brachas. So Yaakov Avinu says about Menashe, Gam hu yiyeh la'am, he will also be a great nation. V'gam hu yigdol, and he will also be great. That's the simple. The Chassidic Terlach is saying, you know what was the greatness of Menashe? Yiyeh la'om, he will be for the people. He will not be somebody that only cares about himself. He will be for the people. He will want to do things to help others. And that was his greatness. Gam hu yiyeh la'om, he also will be for the people. V'gam hu yigdol, and he will be great. We have to do for others and not be so worried about ourselves. This same thought is in another pasuk right nearby, where Yaakov Avinu says, Hinei onochi meis, behold, I am dying. V'hoyo Elokim imochem, but Hashem will be with you. I am dying, but Hashem will be with you. That's the simple. The Chassidic Terlach is telling us the secret. What can we do that Hashem should be with us? V'hoyo Elokim imochem, that Hashem should be with us. What should we do? You know what we could do? When the Onoichi, the self, the zich, meis, when that's dead, when we don't care only for ourselves and we care to help others, then Yiyeh v'hoyo Elokim imochem, God will be with you. Okay, let's just add another little Chassidic Terla. So when Yaakov Avinu blessed Menashe and Ephraim, it says, Vayevorchem bayom hahu. It says in the Torah, he blessed them on that day. That's the simple. The Chassidic Terlach is saying, why is it so important? Of course it was that day. When else did he didn't bless them on a different day? They were here now. The Chassidic Terlach is saying, what does it mean, Vayevorchem bayom hahu? He blessed them on that day, that they shouldn't worry about the next day. The next day you have bitochon, Hashem will help. But he blessed them on that day that they should be concerned. They shouldn't think about what's going to be in 2 days, and 10 days, and in 2 years, and 10 years. What's going to happen today? Be concerned about today and have bitachon that Hashem will help us for the future days. Okay, one more. It says, Yaakov Avinu gathered them together and he said, Hey Osfu, V'agida Lachem Es Asher Yikro Eschem. Be gathered together, I will tell you what will happen to you. That's the simple. Chassidic Torah are telling us that the pasuk is telling us about the geula, the future, the geula that will come. It will be b'derech mikra, even though it's with an aleph, but it means with a hey too. That the geula in Achris Hayomim, it'll be as if it's mikra, it just happened by itself. Suddenly, the geula ha'asida will just come about suddenly. That's why it's written Yikra, and even though Yikra is written with an aleph, it means also with a hey. We should be zeicher to the geula from Hey Rav Yameinu. Amen.
Amen.